This has me fascinated. This could be very interesting. So, Coop, do you have my promo that I recorded yesterday?
Yes.
So every day I record a little 10, 15-second promo that runs after the morning show, and it just teases, it promotes something that we're going to do the next day. So here we are, it's the next day, and I'll say, hey, we'll talk about it at 7:45, we'll talk about it at 8 o'clock, 7:30. Do you have the promo ready to go?
Yes.
All right, so this is what I recorded. This ran all day yesterday. Listen, I've been contacted by a listener that wants to hide a fortune somewhere in the Tampa Bay area. Check this out. Tomorrow morning, 7:45, MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Does that, first of all, back live, does that concept sound familiar?
I don't know, but when you said hide I thought you were going to go into dead body, but then you went into fortune, so I was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, Coop. Somebody wants to hide a fortune.
Yeah.
You mean as in like a bunch of money? Or like...
Guys, what does this sound like? Does this sound familiar to something else that happened over the last number of years?
Somebody else hide a fortune?
Dude, remember the treasure hunt with that guy that hid the money out west in the Rockies? Like a couple of $1 million?
Well, when you said hide a fortune,
Yeah.
I thought of like a pirate's chest because, we're here in Tampa.
I'm thinking of One-Eyed Willie.
I had a guy approach me, a Tampa Bay area resident, who has been a listener to the show for a long time. He is divorced. He has no kids. I checked him out, and I could see the businesses. I could see what he was affiliated with. I got to be careful because I can't give away.
This guy's rich?
So this guy...
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
All right, I've checked the guy out.
There's rich, and then there's
Rich.
All right. The guy told me that he would like to do one of these treasure hunts
Oh, my God.
and hide a fortune somewhere in Florida.
All right.
And he wanted our show to be the launch vehicle.
Oh, my God.
Somewhere in Florida?
Yeah, well,
So that's a broad...
it is. It is.
Who's going up to Fort Walton Beach to look for a treasure?
I would guess that it would be the
How about Tampa?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it would be the Tampa Bay area.
All right, hold
is
on.
what I'm guessing.
I know where to hide
All right,
it.
so I know you guys have questions. So let me just be very clear here. Folks, this has been in development since
Yesterday?
late. No.
Yeah, but yesterday was the promo, right?
I haven't even heard. We haven't heard nothing about it.
Because I've been putting pieces together
How
here.
about you let us know?
No, that's the point.
You can't let too many people know.
I can't let anyone know. Guess what?
Now it's ready to talk about.
I did not even bring emails into the studio. I didn't want anything printed. I didn't want his email address. I wanted nothing here. I've got no emails in the studio here.
Will this guy remain anonymous the whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, for now.
Okay.
Point of that for him.
Now, when the money or the fortune, the treasure, if this happens, if this would come to fruition, then he would probably come forward as the individual behind it. All right. Here's the deal. I was approached before Christmas break. So I've been cultivating this. We've been communicating. It started off as an email. I called him. I then checked him out. He now has my cell number. We've been texting. We've been talking. And I said, I'm going to just float the boat on the show, and decided that it was going to be this week, and it is right now. So here's the deal. A guy that is loaded. Now, have I seen his bank accounts or his bank statements? No. Have I seen a letter of credit? No. But I have enough information. I know his name. I know what he's done with his career. And yes, you can find enough articles and pieces and LinkedIn stuff
to kind of put this guy together as being a man of his word.
The guy is legit in the sense that with his name, his background, yes, it is totally feasible that this guy has a schnitload of money. So what he wants to do, and he said he was always intrigued by the story of Forrest Fenn. Forrest Fenn, now let me fill in the rest of the pieces here. Forrest Fenn is that older dude that buried like $2 million in jewels and gold in a box in the Rockies. Remember, this guy, all he said was that it was somewhere in the Rockies, and he gave clues. Didn't he write a poem, this Forrest Fenn guy? Forrest Fenn.
The Thrill of the Chase.
That was it. So it was called, so Forrest Fenn hid his fortune, this box like worth $2 million, somewhere in the Rockies. And the whole launch was with a poem that he wrote, and it was called The Thrill of the Chase. And in The Thrill of the Chase, this poem, it gave clues as to where he buried the fortune. And this went on for years and years and years. And guess what? Forrest Fenn's fortune was finally found. Man, listen to all this alliteration here. Remember, it was finally found, and the dude that found it was a guy by the name of Jack Stuef, S-T-U-E-F, 32 years old, a medical student from Michigan, finally found the stash. I think it was the summer of 2020, and he found the box in Wyoming. So in the Rocky Mountains in Wyoming is where this medical student put all the clues together and found the box that Forrest Fenn buried. So here we fast forward to now, and a couple of weeks before Christmas, I'm contacted by a listener. Guy's been listening since the MJ and BJ days. And he said that he wanted to run something by me. He told me that he's loaded, that he's charitable. He did not have any kids. He is divorced. And he wanted to do a similar treasure hunt to what Forrest Fenn did, but he wanted to make it more valuable. I don't have a number yet.
Okay, hold on. More value. That's the big question.
That's it. So he wants to have a treasure hunt in excess of $2 million. I don't have a number yet. I said $3 million, $4 million. Would you go to $5 million? And he hasn't shot that down. So there's a chance that, who knows?
You're talking about putting together a multi-million-dollar treasure.
Yes.
This guy
and hide it. He said somewhere in Florida. He is a Tampa Bay area resident, and he said bury it somewhere in the state, which I would probably try to guide him toward hiding this treasure in the Tampa Bay area, because we're based right here. So this raises all kinds of questions. First of all, I'm intrigued. Fester, I think you're intrigued by this. Froggy,
I'm intrigued.
If you guys have any listen, Froggy, you're like a metal detector weirdo.
No, I love this
You're
kind
on the
of
beach
stuff.
with your weirdo sandals
It's not
and
weirdo,
metal detector.
And
yes.
I like magnet fishing.
If Froggy found this treasure, then he wouldn't be weird. He'd be rich.
So are they going to be like? Is it going to be in the middle of a field, or is it going to be in like a landmark?
It could be anywhere.
All right.
The treasure could be
Underwater?
All right. So
Is it going to be cash? Are you going to vacuum seal the cash like you're packing frozen meat?
all that's to be determined.
You can't bury cash; it deteriorates.
If you vacuum pack
That's
it,
what I'm thinking.
You can put it at the bottom of the bay.
If you do it in heavy plastic and it's vacuum sealed, that's to be determined.
Oh man,
We're not to the point yet. The guy has the means, and he wants the MJ Morning Show. If he does this, he wants us to be the promotional launch vehicle.
I know where to put it.
To launch an actual treasure hunt here in Florida, where it would be based and patterned off of this Forrest Fenn poem deal, that he would come up with a series of clues and go find the money. Now, this raises a lot of issues potentially, and I'm wondering if I'm going to run into legal issues with Beasley Media, the owner of our radio station, Q105. And Coop's
Well,
right.
I was just going to say, so the original guy, you said he wrote a poem?
Yeah, so
So
Forrest...
this guy, is there going to be clues?
Hey, Fester, do you have on the website, read some of the lines. Bring up Forrest Fenn's poem. So Forrest Fenn, he's the old dude that hid the $2 million worth of gold and jewels in the Rockies. And it was finally found. Now, when did he hide that? Like in 2011 or something? Or
he was an old man when he did it.
I think...
And And here's a picture of multimillionaire Forrest Fenn. He hid a treasure box. This guy had
No,
actual.
not Fenny, Forrest Fenn.
Yeah.
Fenn. Forrest Fenn.
Okay. He hid actual gold coins.
Yeah, he hid gold and
Now that's a treasure.
and jewels. It was a whole combination of things.
That's like a pirate's treasure. This guy just wants to do cash.
I haven't said yet, and he hasn't said yet. It's to be determined, but he wants to make the buried treasure in Florida more than $2 million.
In crypto.
No freaking crypto.
He's going to bury an NFT?
No, that's the biggest racket. Those, what is it? The
Fungible
token. Don't get me started on that. I want to go to phones on this. Folks, are you intrigued as much as I am by this possibility? Would you be into a Tampa Bay or a Florida treasure hunt where this rich dude listener buries millions and then has a series of clues? And he was talking about that he reveals a different clue on a website like every month or every week.
Yeah. That website would be mjmorningshow.com.
Well,
we would just say the clue once every other week.
I'm telling you right now, this has me fascinated. This could be very interesting. All right, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer what I can. Any observations with what I've just laid out about a potential multi-million-dollar treasure hunt with a rich guy burying a ton of loot somewhere in Florida, offering up clues for people to go find it. If you have any questions, I'd love to grab some any comments. 800, are you as intrigued as I am? I mean, this is right up my alley, guys. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you have any interest, any comments, any questions, I'd love to grab your calls. Let's go. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
All right, this Forrest Fenn guy, he just wrote one poem.
He did.
And then let people decipher it. Your billionaire guy wants to give out clues every week?
I don't know if he's a billionaire. I know the guy's loaded.
Many times over multimillionaire guy wants to just give out a clue every week. It seems like it's a slow roll.
It's not.
Not if we give out the clue.
That is not determined yet. The actual methodology, the actual execution of this is not. This is in the early stages. I would imagine that this could easily get rolled out and done sometime this year. All right, I want to go to phones, but also I see some potential problems here.
Me too.
The problems that I see is our company's legal department.
Oh, I see that as the smallest problem.
Why is that?
The biggest problem is hordes of people coming from around the country to set up camps to dig up farm fields here in the greater Tampa Bay area.
But that's the problem. It's the legal. Dude, you're right. That is the problem, which could go back to our legal department here at Q105 and Beasley Media, because they're going to say, listen, I've been around this stuff long enough. I've been around these corporate broadcast lawyers enough, and I've had enough bits and enough things wrecked by lawyers over the years, or sticking their nose in, or you can't do this, you can't do. So my concern is that exactly what you just said, that this could be disruptive, and that could we be held liable if we're the conduit of information to launch this guy's multi-million-dollar treasure hunt in Florida? Am I going to have problems with Beasley Media, our parent company's legal department, saying, that they think we're going to be held liable, that we're going to be culpable if there are people that are,
ripping up strawberry fields in Plant City?
Hey, guess what? In the treasure hunt for Forrest Fenn's treasure, 4 people died.
What? All right. We're not doing this.
Dude, Forrest Fenn, the guy that hid the $2 million worth of jewels and gold in the Rockies, and it was finally found.
That's dumb.
In 2020, 4 people are known to have died in pursuit of that
Well,
treasure.
he's responsible for 4 people's deaths.
Before it so that's one of the obstacles that I would have to over. Look at the phones.
What are you talking about? No.
Every line is jammed.
If somebody dies from this, I'm never going to be able to live.
Hold on.
They entered it free will. They didn't know we told them to look for the treasure.
Hey, Coop, I don't. What do you say? Coop's like giving me sign language in there. What are you saying? Coop, what are you saying?
He's
Turn your mic on. What are you?
He's telling you we got plenty of
You're giving me
calls lined
sign
up.
language. What?
Oh no, yeah, I was just telling you that we have a lot of calls.
The phones are
yeah,
loaded.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me go to phones on this. Noah is in Palm Harbor. Noah, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Your thoughts on this very intriguing concept?
Hey, MJ, how's it going?
Doing well.
Just wanted to, pitch in. It sounds exciting. It could be something that they do around Gasparilla, get everybody kind of intrigued around the pirate scene in Tampa. I just hope they don't sink it in the Hillsborough River. But another thing I do remember along what you were saying with the 4 people passing looking for this too. I was watching a couple of YouTube documentaries about the Forest Fence treasure.
Yep.
Some people even went missing. Some people have been known to go out and were looking for that treasure and they still haven't found it.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're saying that 4 people are known dead looking for the Forest Fen treasure, and that there are still other people that are missing that they never found?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, my God.
He's an old man.
Pretty crazy stuff. And, I do hope they do it. It'd be something I'd be interested in. I know a lot of people kind of get wrapped up in that stuff. I know people quit their jobs, dropped out of school, moved to Colorado thinking they were going to find it. So
yeah, the problem is that something like this, if the guy that has approached me that wants to bury a treasure here in Florida, he says that he wants it. It's going to be bigger than Forest Fens. So Forest Fens was $2 million. Don't have a number yet on what he would commit to, but he definitely wants this treasure that he would bury to be bigger than Forest Fens. Chad, is it Chad? No, that was Noah. All right, let me grab Chad next. Thanks, Noah. Appreciate the call. Chad is in Tampa. Chad, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Your thoughts about this potential treasure hunt? Go ahead.
Welcome back. Thank goodness you are back and live, waking us up every morning. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Chad.
But as somebody who lives right next door to Tampa's most notorious roadside tragic zoo, I know that Carol Baskin would be totally against you doing something like this because she doesn't want you digging up anything. And neither does any of the Italians in town because, you might dig up Jimmy Hoffa.
Okay. I think Jimmy Hoffa was ground up somewhere in Michigan. But it's I understand what you're saying that Carol Baskin doesn't want people digging on her land. Never know what you could find. You might find, what was that guy's name? Don. You might find Don on there. So. But Chad, still, very intriguing story, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I think it would be great for the Tampa Bay area. As a business owner in Tampa, I think it would bring people from all over the world, and it would just put us back on Tampa Bay, right? It would be another Tampa Bay victory.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate the call.
All right, Chad.
800-990-1047. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, but if you have any questions, 800-990-1047. So any comments, your thoughts on a multi-million-dollar treasure buried in Florida, and we're the launch of this. It's not our money. We're not responsible for the rules. I'm just concerned that I might run. I'm just being honest here. I'm being 100% transparent that I'm just concerned that I could run into some legal issues with our legal department.
Why don't you call Well? Ask him. I know he's just going to say, but won't he give you some sort of indication as if this is a bad idea?
Let me go back to phones. I got to wrap this up because I got a lot of stuff to do here on this Friday. Maybe I'll call him. All right. Keenal is in Wesley Chapel. Hey, Keenal, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, Todd and Froggy and Fester. Love you guys are back. But my question with this is I'm very interested in doing this treasure hunt as well. Who's going to pay the taxes on this?
Well,
MJ.
That's a good question. I'm not paying the tax. That's a good question. So if you find the treasure, what is the IRS ruling on that? So if you participate in a treasure hunt and let's say this thing's worth, he wants to go more than $2 million. Let's say it's $3, $4, $5 million. How do you pay taxes on that? It's a very good question.
I'm sure there's an IRS form for sunken treasure.
No, that's why I'm taking calls here, because that is a very, very good question.
I saw. Can't the state take it? Can't they take it? No, it's his.
No. I think a state, certain countries,
if they find a treasure,
certain countries and states, I think that they might have
in Key West, they took the guy's treasure.
They might have a historical claim. In some places, I believe
if you find
that,
like a Spanish galleon, that belongs to the world. That doesn't belong to you.
That was the deal. Remember the treasure hunters the underwater treasure hunters that were based right here in Tampa, Odyssey, right? Odyssey. Marine, they ran into some issues where governments were
that's our treasure now.
Were claiming treasures that they actually found. Hey, am I saying, is it Keenel? Is that right?
Yes.
Well, Keenel, thanks for the call. That is a very good question. That's exactly why I decided to take phone calls. Who would be responsible for taxes? That's a very good question. All right, let me just take a couple more calls. Doug is in Lakeland. Doug, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. What are your thoughts about this buried treasure this guy wants to do?
I think it's a good idea, man.
Now, would you quit your job and dedicate your life to hunting down this treasure if it was like $3 million?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I'm unemployed. I'm disabled, but I wouldn't go that far to quit a job, but I would participate in doing it. And the question I had was, if the money was hid on city property, would the city have a claim? Or county property, would they have a claim? Or private property, would that person have a claim?
That's what I'm saying.
All are good questions, and you would have to take into consideration where this would be hidden. And the other thing, let me tell you something else that's been floated, is the actual treasure hidden, or is it just a token to claim the treasure? So, so my conversations with this man that wants to hide a treasure in Florida, the discussion did go to, should he bury the actual treasure itself, like what this what Fenn did, what Forrest Fenn did in the Rockies, or do you bury a token, like a claim token, to claim the actual fortune, the treasure? That's the question.
I mean, Doug, if you find $3 million in cash, you're probably not telling anybody, right? You're just keeping it to yourself.
All right, Chris is in Lakeland. One more call here. Chris, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, MJ.
What do you think?
Hey, you kind of just said my question on that last bit there, as far as the actual treasure being claimed, or a token, or maybe like a golden ticket, because like you said, if somebody wins it, they may not tell anybody. Well, there goes your whole radio bit, the whole deal.
Yep.
We would never know the treasure was actually found if it was somebody that just kept it to themselves.
Right, and that's what we had discussed, is also for safety reasons, for just controlling the actual treasure itself and making sure that the ending is done properly. If it's found, do you just have a certificate or a token that's buried, and then that is 100% claimable for the actual treasure, which would be spelled out. Everything that would be of value to add up to the millions of dollars that this guy wants to bury.
Correct.
It would all be crystal clear, and it would be fully transparent. So,
well, that way too. And then, like maybe with the lottery, as some states do, the person can stay anonymous, but at least we could maybe hear their voice, or something showing that an actual person did win it. But if they wanted to stay anonymous to keep the dirtbag relatives out there, away, maybe they could do it that way even.
All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. All right, folks, I've just dropped the bomb. I've just done the big revelation on the on the communications, on the contact that I've had with this man. We've spoken multiple times. He wants to do it. I'm just wondering if I'm going to get a bunch of crap from legal here at our radio company saying that this could be, dangerous, disruptive. 4 people died looking for Forrest Fenn's treasure, back, a couple of years ago in the Rockies. So I'm just kind of unloading the potential pushback that I could get as being the media conduit to help this guy launch. Because, listen, once we actually do this, if this happens, you realize that this is going to become a media circus. This is going to be a television circus. This is going to
City Slickers in Tampa Bay.
This is going to be an app. This is going to go national.
Yeah, well, this is like the bad City Slickers. Like
It was City
Return of
Slickers, Curly's Gold, not the original City Slickers. That was about rustling cattle.
I'm looking at my phone. I already have 2 texts from local TV reporters I know. I've got 2. I'm not going to say who it is, but I got 2 texts from local TV reporters, either from Channel 8, Channel 13, Channel 10, or Channel 28. I already have 2 reporters asking for more details, and can they be part of the story?
Oh my God! Because of your hair, we could call it Find Curly's Gold. Because you have curly hair.
It's not my gold. It's this guy's gold.
I mean, he's going to have to give the naming rights to you on this, right? He's just the financier.
No,
It's buried in your backyard.
This has got to be an MJ morning show.
No, it's not. No.
What?
Okay, well, hold on.
Listen, what are we doing?
Hang on. It's his treasure. It's he names it. It's not the MJ Morning Show treasure hunt.
Why not? That'd be better.
That's what I thought we were doing the whole time.
He is going to allow us to launch the whole thing. So it's going to be the blank, 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 or whatever it's named.
No, it needs to be ours.
We're the ones that are launching it. We would be potentially we would be the conduit for which the clues would be given out, either on a website or maybe I would give out clues on the air.
Oh, so we do all the work and he gets all the glory.
He's just using you as his muse?
We would be the promotional vehicle for this.
Okay.
Guys, I'm telling you, I would be fine with that. I didn't expect it to be the MJ Morning Show $5 million treasure hunt.
Curly's Gold.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking it was. Okay.
Coop, you want me to take another one?
Yeah, take this one because I couldn't answer his question.
All right. James in Wesley Chapel. James, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
Doing fine.
Hey, do you remember the movie It's a Mad, 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 Mad World?
I do.
Who
my grandfather loved that. I got exposed to that when I was like 3.
When they had
I
every
love
comedian
that
in
movie.
it.
Yep. What was that, Froggy?
Yeah,
Had every
all the
comedian.
big-
Hold on. Everyone's talking at the same time. What?
It wasn't like every comedian like at the time in that movie.
Oh, yeah, back in the 1960s. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Backus, yeah, Buddy Hackett.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Buddy
What's the
Hackett.
little guy? But this is like a real life madman. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it'll turn. We'll be like climbing buildings and.
Well, that's the deal. Is it could get disruptive when you're dealing with this kind of a hype and this kind of a potential payoff. Things could get a little disruptive. And
Right.
I got to be honest. If we're involved, I got to figure if we get involved and help launch this, I got to figure out a way to legally insulate us. Which
Definitely.
I don't know if that's possible. That's one of the questions here.
We also, MJ, have to be intimately involved with this if we're going to put our name behind it, even as a promotional vehicle.
Yeah, no, it's true.
We got to be sure
Yeah.
that the guy's good for it. The money's got to be held in some kind of account. He can't just keep it in his pocket and pay up when somebody shows up with the coin.
Man, are you getting hosed?
I'm not getting hosed.
You can't be totally responsible for people's behavior too. I know we get a lot of road rage here, and it'll probably escalate. But,
No, listen. If I got involved, the treasure would have to be held in escrow somewhere, or it would have to be. Yeah, that would have to be set straight. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, I got to move on. But there you are. I've just dropped, I think, a pretty big bombshell on something that could be unfreaking believably exciting.
I think the more mayhem it causes, the better.
I want to know all the details except for where it's actually hidden because I'll roll over. You know me. You guys can't keep
The
secrets.
tippy top of the skyway.
All right, 3 TV reporters now. Oh, actually, it's an anchor. So
an anchor.
2 TV reporters and a local anchor have already texted me.
All right.
About doing a story on this. That's great.
MJ.
Professor,
I got a lot of questions. Still more.
I got a lot of concerns, actually. Like, I don't want to be responsible for anybody falling off a building they're climbing or digging up strawberry fields that people rely on for a living. You know what I mean?
No.
What do you mean?
Guys, I'm moving along.